I look like a character from Skyrim, but I think we can all agree that the look really suits me. I mean, the helmet just goes fantastically with the mustache, the t-shirt and the high jeans. Maybe look a tiny bit less sinister. But still, I look mean. I can't believe that arrow that I actually shot into my knee suddenly stopped looking like it was in my knee after I started recording. That's really ruined my day. Anyway, as you can clearly see, we're in Minecraft 1.16. I now have full netherite armor, I have a netherite pickaxe, I have a netherite sword. The only things that aren't netherite are my shovel and also my axe. So we're going to sort that out today, and I've been reading through your comments. A lot of you are calling me very stupid. They're calling me lots of silly names because I use TNT instead of beds to get my netherite. And I mean, I did know about that technique. I thought it would just be easier to just get loads and loads of TNT and just blow everything up. But I'm curious to see how well this bed technique works. So I've flown over to the industrial district and we're going to pick up a ton of wool and we can get to business. I've just remembered we can now get the soul speed enchantment on our boots, which means that we don't actually need ice pass anymore because we can just sprint along this and be rocket speed. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course he has it. And of course he is just flying around on this stuff. But I can't help but notice, are those diamond leggings? I have just offered to buy a soul speed book for 6 flint. And Iskall has run off and he told me to follow him, but I can't actually keep up. But that could be a good sign. And he accepted my offer of 6 flint immediately. I feel like I could have got them for cheaper. Look at the list of enchantments on these boots. That is ridiculous. And I tell you what else is ridiculous. These boots. This is so much fun. What do I look like in F5 mode? Fantastic. I look like this looks like a 1980s superhero title sequence intro. It just needs to be put to some kind of dramatic music. I think we all know what's about to happen here. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Right, let's get to the netherite. And actually, in the process of creating this tiny little mine here, I actually managed to find 2 bits of ancient debris, which is always good. But anyway, as far as I can tell, the way that I have to do this is I have to create a poke hole. I then have to place in a bed that covers the bottom half of my body. Now, I'm assuming I have the right gear. I think my lack of a chest plate could actually be a bit of an issue. Right, I'm gonna have to fly home because I seem to have forgotten my ender chest. Now that I've got this, I should probably enchant this thing, shouldn't I? I'm gonna be honest, I mean, this seems like an incredibly long-winded way to get netherite. You know, I think TNT is much faster. Finally, we've got there. Bed is in place, armor is in place. Boom. Oh. Well, of course I place it where there is lava directly next to me. Thank goodness for fire protection. This is some crazy armor. Despite that slight scare, you can see that technique has actually worked out quite nicely. And we have managed to get ancient debris straight away, and this hole is huge. If I do it again, we should uncover even more. Fire everywhere. There's fire everywhere. Well, although I would say that this technique is decently risky, it does seem to be working quite nicely, so I think I'm going to do it for a little while and see if we can get all of our armor fully upgraded. And after going through about 30 beds, that should just about do it. We only needed a few extra pieces of the ancient debris to get everything done, and we just found a triple vein. Now, I think my official verdict on this technique is that it's really cool, but I think I'm going to stick to TNT blasting just because I find it much less stressful. It's so stressful blowing yourself up repeatedly, hoping that you don't fall into lava. Like, I'm a panicky person, and that definitely had me very panicked. It was successful, but I was panicking. 1 netherite shovel and 1 netherite axe. We are geared to the nines. So what is my actual plan for today's Hermitcraft episode? I really want to get myself set up with a gold trading station, making use of the new piglins, and also, of course, we need to get a renewable source of gold. I knew he was going to come over. I mean, I could just see him milling about in the background. Alright, so we're going to get that process started today. But first, mayoral stuff. I still have my t-shirt on, despite the fact that I didn't necessarily vote for myself. I guess we're going to find out the results. We're going to see who won, and we're going to go from there. So all of us hermits gathered up for a big group recording, and during this group recording, Kubo thought it was the perfect time, after being quiet all day, to charge around the house with his squeaky toy. So I had to stay muted the entire time. But we counted up all of the votes, and I got 0. I got absolutely 0. Nobody voted for me. Not even me. Not even Green. Nobody. and Scar got the most. So he is now the official mayor of Hermitcraft, which of course I'm very happy about because I personally actually voted for him. I mean, he's clearly the man for the job. But I guess now it's time to debrief a little bit with Grian.
Hello, not mayor.
Yeah, hi dude, how's it going? I see that we have returned to our end rods. This means that this is a serious meeting outside of Grumbot.
This is a Grumbot meeting. So,
yeah.
0 votes.
Yeah, zero votes.
0 votes.
I mean, you know, as my campaign manager and all that.
You're the candidate and all that. You didn't vote for yourself.
I mean, look, I kind of... Look, I had a moment in the booth, okay? Things came back to me, okay? I remembered as I was in the booth, okay? I kind of had a little bit of a panic, and I realised, well, hold up, I didn't even want to be mayor in the first place. This was not actually my idea. All right,
that was a video. I had the same epiphany.
Right.
I had the same moment of like, you know what, Scar might actually be a good mayor, and
yeah,
I kind of ended you as a joke, and
yeah, and then the joke kind of went on.
Yeah, it went too far, and then all of a sudden I panicked, and I think we made the right decision.
I mean, I do too. I mean, all this effort, we got 0. We didn't even vote for ourselves. It's funny. I mean, it's very funny.
What's not fair though is how we've left good old Grumbot. He didn't do us. He didn't do us wrong. Well, he kind of did.
Well, he did. Like, no, he definitely did do us wrong. He did.
Yeah.
He did plenty wrong.
Yeah. He did his best.
Yes, he tried extremely hard to his demise. He tried too hard.
He's a product of like our minds. So if anything, we're to blame. But we can't leave him like this.
No, it's quite sad and depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta fix him up. But I don't think I can stomach telling him that you didn't become mayor, or in fact that his 2 favorite dads didn't vote for him. You know what I mean?
No, that could be a huge problem. I mean, what do we do? Do we just kind of create a world?
Fake it, dude. I think we fake it, dude. I think we dress you up as mayor. We tell him you won, and we box him in his own little world, and job done.
And he's just
happy
oblivious to the outside world. He thinks life is going on. Mumbo's mayoring. Everything's great.
Exactly, and I think because he's melted right now, we can get away with anything, and then we'll bring him back online once it's all set up.
Now, because we wanted this build to be as nostalgic as possible, instead of using concrete, which we kind of have all of the resources ready for, we decided to go for wool, which meant I had to go to my mob farm, gather up a whole bunch of string, then craft it all up into wool, and then I had to dye all of it, which I'd forgotten dye still has the old school crafting recipe, where it's 1 dye for every single block that you're actually getting out of it, as opposed to the new concrete and stained glass ones, which is crazy. You end up just using up all of your dye. I have no more lapis. I've used all of it to create the sky for Grumbot, but I would say that's a worthy cause, and I have to say, I think the end result looks really, really cool.
Behold, Grumbot's virtual reality.
I want to live here. I might stay here as well for the rest of the Hermitcraft season. Just chill out in here.
This is a good life for him. It's certainly better than where he was on the platform.
Of course, yeah. No, this is lovely. I'm sure he's going to be happy with this. I guess we should probably just get him online. I mean, he's now fixed up.
So we fixed him up.
We fixed him, but we haven't got him online yet because obviously, you know, we wouldn't want him online while we were building his universe. That kind of doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is basically tell him that you've won. You've won. If you look at there's like a fake shopping district island.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Put a monument to your mustache. Show that you have won.
A dictator. Just like all buildings must be mustaches. No, but that's perfect. I mean, that's convincing. I'm convinced. So that's good.
And then we just tell him that you won. But I think to really sell it, you've got to put on like a mayor skin. I can see a bit of a suit. Oh, hold on. You have to take off your armor there, bud.
Dude, I look the business.
That is legit.
I'm upset that I didn't vote for myself now. Because
you look so qualified.
Yeah, why didn't I put this on from the start?
You look so qualified now. Maybe it was this ridiculous outfit.
You mustn't. The high jeans, the t-shirt.
I'd vote for you right now.
I'd vote for myself. And that's saying something. And I've got the back of my hair back. Yes.
Do I still have to feed him diamonds?
Yes, this is it. Look, okay, if we ever build another Grumbot, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
it's eating dirt. It's eating dirt next
he's a
time.
dirt
Mumbo won the race. So I'm gonna put a smiley face.
Oh, well, he's gonna love that. He's gonna really love that.
Yeah, he's gonna flip. Right, let's go. Oh man, we're bringing him back.
Flood the mayoral reservoirs.
Yeah. Go on, Grumbot. What do we think? Yay!
Well,
okay. Well, he didn't melt
break
down.
And there's one piece of paper, which is that's a positive sign.
Do you want to check it or should I?
All right. Grumbot's life has meaning. Grumbot's life has meaning.
We did it. Okay, I think he's happy. But
he seems pleased.
Yeah, we've Truman showed him. We put him in the Matrix. We put him in virtual reality where you won the race.
Oh no! Stop all that. It's fine.
We can't leave through the walls. We have to go out back.
All right. Oh wait, I need my redstone box. Let me just put this back into the ender chest real quick. You picked it up. Let's get going. Oh, goodness me. This is not the smooth operation I imagined in my head. We also forgot to install any form of window in the wall, so we had to quickly go and do that. Oh, my goodness. You straight up did not run. Where even are you, dude?
All right. I'm here.
So we've got the cloud window, and he's
so happy.
He's the happiest he's ever been.
He is the happiest Grumbot.
I mean, he's been nothing. The only emotions he's ever shown is just a deadpan face.
Yeah.
Angry or sad.
Yeah, or sad.
This is the first time he's actually.
This is what he was built for. He was built to make you mayor, and in his world, you are the mayor. You just have to turn up every now and again to just, show face.
I was going to say, is this? I mean, it's a really, really happy ending. Like he is. Yeah. He is happy. Are we good people?
I think so.
Is this a good thing to do?
Yeah.
And on that note, let's get back to some nether action. And to start off that nether action, we're actually in the end. You see, I need to gather up a whole bunch of obsidian once again because I've got a ton of portals to make. It is always a bit of a hairy moment, testing out another portal for the first time. This should, in theory, take me through to my little trading area. And that noise is definitely promising. So with this linked up, I'm now going to clear out a space right here because I kind of want to create like an opposite version of the trading hall that we have. So we have the villager trading hall, and then in the nether we're going to pop through the same nether portal and we're going to have our piglin trading hall. Now I'm honestly not sure how big I should make this thing. I'm not sure how big the redstone will be for it. I haven't actually experimented with piglin trading yet, so I guess we're gonna have to do some of that too. I think this is how big I want the actual hallway to be. Like this is going to be the area that I'm in, and the piglins are going to be lined up on either side, and then the redstone will be inside this wall somewhere. So now we have to work out how to do the redstone. And I'm sure there's about 1,000,001 different designs out there already, but I like playing with this stuff. I like finding out things. Now this is actually going to be my first time trying to trade with a piglin, and I'm assuming I can't actually trade with... Wait, what? Are they all this small? I feel like they're not all this small. So now that we actually have a full-size piglin, right, let's throw a piece of gold on him, and he's going to pick that up, he's going to inspect it, and then eventually he should throw out an item. I had not realized it takes that long. Okay, so maybe timers. Timers could work. Can they pick up the items from above? No. What about from here? No. What about here? Still no. That's surprising. Oh, but they can pick them up from the corners. Okay. Okay. The reason that I'm saying that is because it would be nice if we could have them fully encased, so then when they drop the items, we can actually pick them up using a hopper. Now, I've been toying around with some double carpet style designs because these guys can't actually pathfind to the piece of gold. So they kind of pick up the gold that's in their slot, but occasionally they pick up gold from other people's slots, and also the items will end up falling in other areas, so then we can't actually use the hopper as a way to dispense more gold. Because I think that's the way to do it. Instead of making use of timers, I would say we use the output from the hopper. That seems like a much smarter way of doing things. Also, I'd totally forgotten that I still look like a mayor. Right, this to me seems like a step in the right direction. So, the gold gets dispensed. Instantly, our piglin picks it up, and then he will chuck out the item, and he'll get a new piece of gold. I mean, That's the setup. How easy is that? Not quite there just yet, because these piglins sometimes drop a lot of items which actually take longer to go through the hopper than the guy inspecting a new piece of gold, so we might need to add a bit of delay in. But with that now done, and also our little gold distribution system now all done as well, we now have one input for our gold that then sends the gold out to all of the piglins that are going to be in the system, and then we're going to have outputs from these hoppers right here, which will run into a hopper line, which will run into one output chest. So we'll have one input, one output, gold goes in, all of this stuff comes out. Is it the most efficient design in the world? Probably not. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I personally think this is quite a cool looking redstone contraption, and I'm excited to build it. I just want to give a shout out to Vintage Beef. I've been quietly panicking throughout this entire Hermitcraft episode because I totally lost my valuable shulker box. I just placed this thing down and then just wander off, leaving it wherever I was. Vintage Beef managed to find it, and he has returned it back to me safely, and now I'm happy. I was going to rename it If Found Return to Mumbo, but apparently I've got 0 levels. When did I die? Oh yeah, I got blown up by a creeper next to Grumbot. Well, this is always a pretty pleasant surprise. 2 little bits of ancient debris. So, I have begun placing in our modules. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modules in total, which should mean that we should be able to get a decent number of trades done. I'm listening to a podcast right now, and they're actually using the Minecraft music underneath the podcast as like ambient. And it had me so confused. I was looking through all my settings, trying to find out how it was playing. And then I eventually paused it. Small progress update. All of the redstone for all of our droppers and all of the hopper systems are all in place. And also I've connected up all of the hoppers into this tiny, tiny little storage system out the back here. Obviously this is definitely going to have to be expanded. Now we are on to the last phase of the design, which actually I don't think I explained when I was in my redstone testing world. So I added in a system here which has this comparator which allows us to kickstart the system, because obviously when we first fill this thing with gold, these droppers, they aren't automatic and they rely on a trade happening to drop out the next piece of gold. So that means to start off the system, you'd have to run along actually throwing gold into the system, and that would actually kickstart it. But I added in this redstone line right here, which detects when gold has been put into the system. It will then send the signal through into the droppers, firing out the initial piece of gold, and then the system will sustain itself from then. Now, I want you all to be honest here, alright? Did that make any sense? It feels like that might not have made any sense. I'm sure you'll let me know down in the comment section. So with this build all completed, I'm now trying my best to get these piglins here to just make their way down. And I'm using a number of methods, okay? I'm throwing some items on the floor, and I'm trying to kind of attract them across. But when that doesn't work, I remove my gold boots. And now they're running up. See, I don't understand. Is someone else over here? No, okay, no, they're now angry. They seem to be super indecisive as to whether or not they actually want to attack me. And after getting one in place, I've just realised these aren't like villagers. You know, I traded with him and I was like, cool, he's never going to despawn now. No, he's totally going to despawn as soon as I move out the area. I need to get name tags. We're losing this guy. And after Iskal has relentlessly taken the mick out of me, I'm now waiting on him for something. I think he's going to give me some name tags, but he said that I can only have them if he gets to rename them, which could be interesting. Here he is, the man himself. He's given me one name tag, and it's just Mumbo. The tension is building. Grumbo Jumbo, very good, very good. Hello, I love Iskal. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Subscribe to Iskal. That's a cheeky one. Iskal man is the best. I mean, I would tend to agree. What are we up to now? Oh, there's still so many more to go. There's one more to go. Follow Iskal. I am having absolutely zero luck here. I've been killed by a piglin, so my hostile approach doesn't seem to be working too well. And I don't seem to be able to find any anywhere. Like, seriously. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to just gather a little bit more gold to prep me up for doing some trading. Obviously, we are going to create a farm, but for now, this is going to be the bootleg approach. I'm back to using the hostile approach, and it appears to be working. Sort of. I mean, maybe. If I throw this down here, maybe there is a chance that he will then see the gold and think that he wants a bit of that. Are you going to do anything about this, dude? Oh? Oh? He's thrown it. He spotted the gold and he's dropped in. Okay, let's get ourselves a name tag. And... first piglin in place. Has it taken me over an hour? Yes, it absolutely has, but I'm happy with that. That does, however, mean if we continue on that trend, it's going to take us 7 more hours to fill this thing. Another hour later. Yeah, I think I might leave this for the time being. Iskal's at his farm, everyone else is in the nether. We're not going to get many hoglins today. And I really need to stop calling them hoglins, because they're not hoglins. Right, let's get ourselves a little storage system sorted. However, after just popping through my nether portal, I arrived with 3 piglins just standing here, so I've managed to get 2 of them in place. I just need to rename this dude to make sure that he stays there. Alright, that's good. We're almost at half capacity. Oh, and I've just thought, if we have this connected up hopper stream, then this last hopper here, I think they're running in this direction. This last hopper here, that's going to have all the items running across, and that could mean that the ones from this hopper will struggle, which is going to affect our timings and actually break the machine. So you might have to have separate storage systems for every single module. Now, there is a way that we could create a unified storage system. We'd have to run auto droppers out from each one of these hoppers here. They'd then need to run into slime blocks, because of course we can't actually make use of water in the nether. They'd need to bounce all of the items so they connect up. There's a motorbike. As I was saying, we'd need to bounce all of the items in some way so that they actually connected up and all kind of merged in with one another, and then we'd need to bounce them across some form of storage system. It's very big, very complicated, and this system works perfectly. Sometimes you need to know when to take the easy route, or what looks like the easy route, because the easy route can occasionally, rarely, but occasionally actually be the best route. A piglin has just spawned. I swear he had a buddy. Has his friend has despawned instantly? Oh no, there they are. Alright, I've got to be so careful. No, there's skeletons in here! And firstly, I'm actually on the way to dying. Which really wouldn't be good. But also, the skeleton... oh, goodness me, he would have killed me. They killed all the piglins! I actually can't believe that. That is ridiculous. What? Clearly the universe is against me having some form of piglin farm, because I've been doing these little mini expeditions in between building things, and still absolutely nothing. We're going to have to get that sorted, okay? In the next episode, we're going to make this place look absolutely beautiful. We're going to get all of the piglins in place. Obviously, the actual structure itself is done. This thing is ready to work. It's ready to rock and roll. We just need to do all the pretty bits. And also, we need to build the farm that's actually going to be feeding this thing, because obviously we need to run loads of gold into this system, like loads and loads of gold. So we're going to need to build up some form of mega gold farm. It's going to be fun. Exciting times ahead. I'm loving this new nether update. It's really interesting. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. And I've got some very exciting news for those of you who are old school subscribers. You all know, okay, as soon as it gets warm in England, I start complaining in my Hermitcraft episodes. Well, that is going to end, okay, because an air conditioning guy came round today to do a survey of the house, and I'm getting air conditioning. It's going to be -4 degrees in my room at all times.